Hello. Hi. You guess what day it is? I'll give you a hint.
Sunday.
Sunday!
Sunday.
Sunday!
Yes, it's Sunday. I know it's not Monster Truck Weekend. It's a mini bard session. Yeah. Well, I figured out a tune to do, so. Is it ill-advised for me to stream? Probably. Because I'm tired and exhausted. But hey, that didn't stop me before on Sunday, so let's give it another go. Another go? Yeah, technically. Not a tired MIDI bard stream before. But anyway, hi. Hello. It is Sunday. So today, this one's a little bit of a left field for me, because it's not from a game I've played. It's a game I've only observed. Kind of makes its way around. It's like, I think it's Kuso challenge packs. Not sure what they're officially called since I'm not part of that circle. More of the observer who gets to see people hit with these packs. But one of the ones was Low G Man. Game that I had never heard of before I saw on those packs. Might be for good reasons. If they're acting as challenge packs for people. Well, yeah, there's challenges that don't necessarily have to be bad games, just that they're challenges. I was like, what the heck is this game? And surprisingly, there's some decent tracks in it. Only time I wanted to look up MIDIs. So today we're going to try Stage 1 theme from Low G Man. I have not attempted this in any way. I only heard the MIDI. I was like, oh, hey, this is a cool track. Let's try to remaster this. You know, some of the later tunes in the game get kind of a little bit iffy, but this first track, the first stage, is really solid to start with. So, yeah, gonna give that a try. Alright, how we got loaded up here, if you're able to see the text at the top. Yeah. Let's change over to... I hate to turn off this tune because it's a good one. Let's get into the actual. This is from Pop Full Mail, by the way, the music. This is from the PC98 version. A little different from the Sega CD one, that's for sure. That's why, for those who were here yesterday, or for at least for the Police Quest 2 one, that's why it does make a difference to play on different platforms at times. The slight, subtle changes that they have to do with the specific chip that's in each computer or console or whatever can make for some different arrangements. I mean, the main tune is still the same. Now that I brought this up, I'm going to have to, aren't I? So we got PC98. BG Music Files. I'll also keep that up there. Go to... I think I'm going to turn it up a little bit more. Those parts are kind of come and sneak in from the back. And pay attention with the breakdown come up here. Bass. And then the Sega CD. So that element's not coming in, like, sneaking in from the background anymore. Hear how empty that sounds there now? Like those quieter pieces that were in there. Still good tune. Like, it's definitely well arranged on the Genesis sound chip there, but you hear how they had to take in two different approaches. And I guess spend the whole time talking about that. But like, I understand like some of its chip capabilities, but some of them are also how they have to plan for sound effects as well. Anyway, I don't know, it's a music stream. Why not? I bring this up during regular streams, but if I'm not going to bring up this kind of stuff in a music stream, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, one could argue I don't know what I'm doing anyway. But let's go head on over to Low G Man. So from a start, let's just get these changed over to the usual. Sorry, just vibing to the music. This is the danger of working while tired. I think I'm going to change the music what I was going to have before. I just wanted the music to be a little different during the initial ad break for those who might not have been seeing ads. So, put on something different than I had intended to have for the background music. PC. There you go. That's not as exciting, but at the same time, so that might fade into the background a little bit more while I'm thinking. Let's see. No, not MIDI files. Sound font. Track. Oh, there's one thing I did not look at yet. Okay, I'm seeing a pattern here. Wait, when is it? 1, 2, 3. Why? Because the first four are all at the initial first second. R91, that looks like it's either the last or the halfway point. That's one way to find out. But that's not the one way to find out. Uh-oh. I made it mad, everyone. It's alright. Well, I was gonna check to see if that bar 91 was the end of the track or if that was like the halfway point. Because they could have done a loop to just kind of copy and paste their changes. Oh, sorry, no Zoda's Revenge today. That'll be for later. Let's do this first, so that if it crashes again, we don't have to go find the file again. Work with the quirks. Game to game, work with the quirk. Okay. I need to try this game. I forget even how I found out about this game. It's Dark Ages on the PC for MS-DOS. How did I find out about it? Okay, curiosity is overtaking me. Video game music preservation foundation. Because I'm pretty sure that's how I found it. I must have been looking up the soundtrack of somebody and went to go find it. If I haven't, oh right. I'm actually showing my desktop. I was like, let me pull this over and pull it up on Firefox. I don't have to. All right. Dark Ages, because it doesn't say in the file here. Keith Schuler. Why does this remind me of Captain Comic? So that being Keith Schuler's one and only soundtrack. One and only? What? Do you do arrangements? 3D Realms. Okay, why? Okay, so one of the Apogee guys. So I must have been looking up a soundtrack or something for an Apogee game then. Looks interesting. Again, I'll have to try that again someday. Put on the huge pile of games to play. Anyway, all right. Let's get to the actual track here. All right, so we got our starting point here with the usual Dance Colombo. So let's see how things go first. Yeah, jump almost 400%. I was peaking a little bit. Let's see. All right. Where to start? Because I really don't know this track. Like, I can play this track if I go to low G min here. No. There it is. I don't know why I'm playing it, because I, I don't know what to pull from it. But yeah, just kind of give you a little sample of what the actual track is. Well, right, I was trying to figure out, like, do all these end on 91? They do. Alright, there's a question I need to solve. Technical question here. This is what we call a technical problem. Okay, it jumps immediately down to that one. That's what I wanted to know. It immediately jumps down the fourth entry. Why these other ones are... I don't know. Don't know. And they're all on beat bar 1, so... I don't know. You know what? I already have a backup copy in here. In the file, no Gmail. Let's see here a second. Just curious. Okay, that's not the direction I want to go. Can I? That's all I thought was going to happen. It'll all become piano. And it doesn't allow me to select the multiple ones there. Never mind. I was going to say, like, can we save ourselves some trouble and just delete that? Well, no. Okay, never mind. I'll just work with it. Won't be the first time, won't be the last time. Well, y'all should know me by now. I'm not much of a square wave fan unless it's really appropriate. What do we change it to? That is the question. Lion roars now. Lion, wait a minute. I have to. My eyes have had to have glazed over lion roar many times before looking in this font, but for some reason that's the first time I've actually noticed it. Let's do maybe like a harp first. That'll give it some nice pluck. Let's try that first. Okay, I keep going. Okay, but these are all the same instrument. Okay, so there's no instrument changes like a MIDI rip that we need to worry about. Yeah. Okay, so at least we don't have to worry about that in this pack. This MIDI. Let's see. I thought it was going to be closer to the stringed instruments. My eyes glossing over the harp? Is it called a concert harp or something? Eyeballs, work with me, Karen. Come on. Orchestral harp. There we go. I was like, why am I not just seeing harp? That's why. Actually, that's a good test. Let's see if it's, okay, it does immediately hit the change. Good. So we don't have to worry about changing the other ones above it, just as long as we remember to change this one. Because the actual note is starting before it, or after it gets to this change in here. Even these are all identical and all on the same notes. Oh, which one was it? Oh, shoot, what session was it? Was it the last tune we did? No, because it wasn't Turtles. It was, Princess Maker 2, right. It was a Princess Maker 2 that the changes were done before the note, like after the note started, so the previous instrument carried into that instrument change, which is something we don't have to worry about, thankfully, with this one, since this is the other ones don't count. We don't have to worry about changing all of them. Yeah, that's not funny. Why that crash in particular is just so loud. Here's an easy one. I was gonna say, this should be easy to change, but then what if I want something more of a synthetic bass line? More about that in a little bit. Let's get used to the song, because I don't know the pieces of this song yet. So let's figure out what's playing what, so we can figure out what to change into what. So those are both doing background elements and kind of paired together. Good to keep in mind. I don't know, the harp doesn't sound quite right, considering it kind of comes back into the quieter section. No, not change pack, change instrument. Oh, it's something like a vibraphone or something of that nature. Take it down an octave. No, it's got some. The electric piano kind of thing might be good. Where are you, MT32? There. I think that's hanging a little too long. Just to get that off the piano. Or something like that might work. Let's see here. Oh, I still gotta knock it down. That's worrying. That's definitely too loud. That's being fun. I think that does work. Well, so far, at least in the current context, I think that does work for that channel. Gotta get that sawtooth out here, though. What kind of notations it playing? I gotta look at the original MIDI here real quick. That section there where it's like they're echoing. Am I going crazy, or are they actually separated? Because the echoing might have kind of worked for your basic square and sawtooth, but as we're trying to make these into separate instruments... hang on, this might help. Move everything except the saw. I just gotta find it in the song here. Okay, it's still past that part there. So is it here then? Oh, it probably is here, yeah. You can visually see it. Look, it's definitely right after. If you unhide the, yeah, those have all been pushed away and out. So again, it probably worked as an echo when they were kind of like that similar square and sawtooth. But considering what we're trying to do here, an echoing of the instruments is not gonna work for my purposes. So let's go ahead, start editing. This is why I put a copy of the file already off to the side. So we're gonna have to fix that twice because it's probably 2 loops. 2 loops. I gotta pull that in. Okay. My eyes are trying to look at the little tiny lines. I'm just like, a good idea to try when you're tired. Let's try that again. I think that's the part could go a little bit more. I'm looking at how, like, it's lining up with the dot line on all these. Maybe that's what I shouldn't be doing, but... I just want to make sure it ends. Perfect. Okay, now just gotta make sure we find that section on both. I don't think there was one prior to that. And then the repeat second time around. There you are. I think I'll have to extend that note. But anyway, I can fix that in a second here. Well, we don't have another phrase, so this is going to select. Burp. See? Easy enough. Fix that later. There we go. Alright, and now we just have to remember the two things we changed. Yeah. Okay. Open up. Desktop. Oh, there you go. Those down from the start. Okay. Oh, no. Yeah. Okay. It turned out the bass almost double last time too. Nope. Here we change it. Yamaha. There. This was the jazz guitar, and I think I took it down an octave if I recall correctly. Okay, she must be mostly... Sure, alright. Even though it's a different file location, it's still the same name, but whatever. That's fine. Excuse me, just taking my caffeination beverage here. Alright. This is why it might have been a mistake to stream today, but hey. Hey. What you got to say? What you got to say? Say 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. I say we stop the music and hear what we got here so far. Yeah, see, it works. Allows those instruments to come together better than as an echo. Because they were never going to line up, regardless of instrument choices I did. Unless I purposely chose two instruments that sound too much alike to recreate the echoing that the original MIDI did. Speaking of... Nope, that's the video game file. Where's the MIDI? Let's hear how the original MIDI was. Let's see, Nintendo NES. Low G Man. Open with what is media player? Skip forward a little bit. Just hear how that echo sounded. Yeah, I was purposely trying to make an echo in the original. That's what I thought. The Square and Sawtooth are similar enough sounding that it kind of worked in that context, but since we're going to be changing up the instruments, it just doesn't work for that. We'll be losing a piece there, but I think the depth that we'll get from having the two separated out instruments to really fatten out the sound more is going to work better in our favor than worrying about that echo that's still there. Actually, technically, if I wanted to keep that echo, what I could do is go back into the MIDI, slice out one of those instruments. I had to figure out which one I had to put the echo on. But basically, I just copy and paste, make a separate copied section, and just add that little delay after, like how the squared wave was lined up on that originally. So if I feel like I need to put that back in there, I could. I just don't know what instrument it'd be on. Because it's not meant to be two instruments together. It's really meant to kind of be like one echoing out. So we'll see. But let's continue forward here. That's what just wanted to confirm that by listening to that. I think we're starting to get an idea dialed in here. See, I like that it's kind of got like that fingered or plucked sound, like dug dug dug, but it's not too pronounced. And with everything else in here, you hear more of the bass, but it's not missing. Like the fingered bass that was in there before, it sounded like it was missing. It just needed that little something extra on it. By the way, let me know how sound balancing is, if you would please. I was listening back to some of the past sessions to highlight and save them so they weren't lost with expiration. And I noticed I kind of usually have the music a little bit too quiet comparatively to my voice. So I'm trying to have it louder, but I don't know if my voice is getting lost now. So if anybody is listening, please let me know if I need to rebalance that. But yeah, as I was saying, like having the round Latin there because it's got something of a twang to it, like not like what a slapper or otherwise like picked bass might bring to it. Because the fingered one before wasn't coming through on the original, and not having something to the bass when it gets to the quieter section, I feel like it's missing an element. But this round Latin bass actually seems to have that quality, but it's not overpronounced to where there's no bass. Also like All Thumbs or Go Go Mute or something like that. Those ones kind of lost their bass, the actual bass of the note, in for favor of the pluck and hits on the string itself. So I think this round Latin will actually work very well for this track, at least for how we've got going right now. Unless I decide to do something really radical with this tune, which I'm not anticipating. Not that I'm not curious to try, but more that I might be too tired to try. All right, let's kind of keep rolling here. Yeah, especially in the beginning here, not having anything on that bass. Okay, hang on. We've got to figure out something here. This split pan on the drums is interfering with like how me trying to edit and remaster this. And because the initial programming of the MIDI is setting that, I can't change it unless I change it while it's playing. But then I'll go back as soon as I stop and start the track again. I don't want the pitch bends change. Actually, before I do anything, I should be cautious. Let's not repeat steps again. So let's just go ahead and make a copy of that. Then we'll futz with the original track here. Screw it, let's try removing both and see what happens. Alright. Let's see if SimFont complains. If it does, sucks, but we'll figure it out. Okay. What did it do? Oh, I see what it did. We got rid of the multiple parts and steps there. Okay. Which means we got to reset these again, but that's not too much of a problem. And we're gonna be doing this for a bit. All right, that's fine. That's how it was before. Yeah, it's mostly the way it was before. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta try something extremed here. No, it's still... I don't know why. I don't know why, like, removing those didn't get rid of the panning problem. Wait. I got an idea. But I do like I don't have to go in and change, you know, fourth track. So that still might have been kind of worth it. Alright, so I was gonna say, MIDI events. Does not have the pan channel. Damn it. I don't know where it introduces that. Pan position. Why isn't the pan in here? Because as we saw here, pan position is something that could be in this data information here. So why isn't it in the other ones? Let's see. I don't think that fixed it, but yeah, it didn't. So I don't know what that event deletion did, but let's not say we didn't. No, let's reopen it with the fresh one. Hmm? Was I scrolled down too far or something? Because now I see all the pan positions. What? Odd. Oh, I see what happened. Look, they're back. It reloaded the original arrangement and okay. Hang on. This is why we did a backup. We'll make another backup just in case. But because I deleted those out of there, it's not there. Once I realized that these were back. Okay, the program's a little angry at me, but that's fine. I don't care. So I'm gonna let the ads roll, and I'm just gonna basically what I'm gonna be doing is just fixing. See how it's not on the fourth one and hasn't changed the last one? Like it went back to all the stuff that was in the arrangement before. Here, let me just real quick, like not change preset. It's gonna be a little bit of a pain. Audio. Okay, put it back. Then we can go to the. Okay, it didn't complain when we saved. So basically, I'm just gonna do that through the ad break. Is get all these set back to what I had it before. So you're not going to be missing. It's just going to be me repeating stuff. Alright, see all of you in 3 minutes. Combo, the whole track. Heavy guitar. No, just heavy guitar. Even this, I gotta set back to Don's Columbo as well. That's not even anything. Never mind. I was like, should I just make that so now you show up? Because I kind of almost want to make it. Why is it not showing? Alright, game. Alright, program. Welcome back, those who are hit the ads. Welcome back. Since this is a nothing data track, I saw that it put the other ones back to the GMGS-X default. I'm just going to leave it on that to further remind me that that's not something I need to mess with just by looking at the names here. Alright, so now everything is back to basically where it was before. Save. But now, since we got this, let's get rid of these things. I don't know why I didn't think to look in here for some of the other tracks. Just so weird. And position 2. Oh, I get it. I was like, why is it in the middle? So that you could have the negative values. Got it. So actually what I want to do, really, is make all of these 0. So that when I go back in here into the plug and play and I make my changes, that they'll be here. In theory. Okay, it changed. And it didn't. Whatever. As long as I can change it and it'll take effect, that's all I'm worried about right now. Let's go back to the first one here. Alright. Hand position. Oh, that could be why. Maybe it wasn't scrolled up all the way? Or maybe I didn't hit apply. I'm tired enough to where I might not have hit apply. I can believe that. So I'm looking at what it actually says here. Pan equals number. So that I can get it back to 0. And then I can mess up at myself if I really wanted to have a panned instrumentation. And why is that changing? I don't know. As long as it actually changes. Exciting world of MIDI remastering, eh? It's actually right now. During something like this, I actually kind of want something more exciting. Actually, I do apologize to anybody who saw an ad, but I actually have to step away. I will be right back. Sorry about that, everyone. I probably should have tried to do that during the last ad break. I was like, I'll be okay until the next one. My body disagreed with what my brain thought. Anyway. Back to these pan position adjustments. Yep, super exciting. The real kicker to all this is that if I were using a real digital audio workstation, this is probably an easy fix. I still don't want to go down that route. Because if any of you have been watching how detailed I am with just this limited tool set, I know I would... There's no way I'd get any remasters done. Because I'd be too busy trying to fix one with all the little details I could change. It just wouldn't get done. Quite honestly, it will not get done. I wouldn't even have half the catalog I do right now. Catalog? Oh. What else do you call it? Maybe saying to yourself, Wolf, if it doesn't show on the thing, why are you doing it for all of them? Shouldn't you just do the last one? Instead, I would say, probably. But just to keep them organized and the same makes me feel better. Whether or not that's a waste, probably is. I probably should just be doing the last one here and calling it a time. No, not safe. Okay. These should all snap to 0 when I hit play. Nice. Alright, let's actually test that they do that. Piano, if you would please. Okay, alright. Oh, did I? Oh no, did I just waste my time? Hang on. Listening. No, I don't hear the extremes in my ears like I did before, so I think we kind of balanced it out. It would have been nice to still keep some control here, but I don't know. I'll take that over the extremes in each ear. Get back here. And if I have to, I could probably set it. Yeah, I could go back into the MIDI. The MIDI events in there and change that back to whatever I want it to be. Like, for instance, with these violin and cello pieces, I may actually want some separation between them just so that their effects come out better. But we'll see. Yeah. All right, let's take a listen. Make sure we're back to the old one with the program data in it, so I don't think anything should have been screwed up. But famous last words, huh? I'm just gonna go ahead and put them all on the 4th one there. Just so when I make changes, they'll already be on there. So the thing I don't like with what's in here, we already have a full string ensemble instrument. So the violin and cello are just adding onto something that's already there. Like it's an ensemble. It's not like it's violin, viola, and cello or something like that as separate instrument tracks. So you've got a full set, well, quote unquote set, and then you got violin and cello still in there. So it's like double the strings. Personally, I am not a fan of that. Part of me wants to try going off the wall with some Genesis. Because it was not... Oh, G-Man was only on NES, I believe, right? G-Man. Yeah, only on the NES. Oh, sorry, the full title is Low G-Man, the Low Gravity Man. Well, do you want mid or high gravity then? I just think of my stream title. Let me raise the G-Man from low to mid or high. Right. Sorry, I was Doing the side search there. I'm vibing on the tune again. Tired wolf MIDI barding is not a good idea. Sorry, I'm going back to Waterfall on Dark Ages. I know it's not as good of a tune, but right now I need something that's less complex, although it's going to keep grabbing my attention. Question is, what instrumentation do we want here? I could probably get away with making these both the same, because they are a partner. Because you got, well, it's a background track, but basically the idea is melody and then harmony. I was trying to remember the term for it. So melody, harmony. So there are two sides of the same coin. I may just have to hit play and just kind of mess with it. It's not there. Right. Let's try that out. Try to have a little reverb so it's got something that will carry it. Okay, it's just really quiet. I'm gonna try that one out. I was just making sure, because where you notice how far down I had to transpose for it to be in like an acceptable range. That's just a problem with the sound font. I was wondering if it was still going too high to be heard. Because if I went up here, it's dead, gone. Those high notes are just non-existent. So I was listening to hear if it was cutting out at the high end or not. Yeah, so I had to pump that up. It was just really quiet. Nah, the instrument kind of works in some of the spots, but that font is just not cooperating with the rest of this track. Bye bye. Damn. Oh well. What's a clean guitar on it? Woo, Phoenix. That string ensemble is really loud. So, keep forgetting to explain. So earlier I had like a random laugh. It's because my brain was listening to this. I was like, this doesn't sound like a platformer. It sounds like it should be a shmup. Especially the way all this is coming together in this remastering. This really feels like it should be a shmup, not a platformer. I think this has got too much hold out. Like the tone for an electric piano sounds right, but that like how long it takes to dissipate, I think is actually hurting. I think it's actually clipping a little bit with everything else that's going. So let's get out of Dawn's Columbo. Let's try another one. Anyway, hope your weekend's going well, Phoenix. Hope the planning ain't burning you out. Let's see, Super Tallow is usually a good one for us to go through. Now it needs to be actually electric piano. That's fine enough. That sounds good, Phoenix. No brain, only game. I think I really gotta try to get those drums nailed in now. I'm gonna close out and open up the program. Something seems wonky with the volumes. I just want to make sure the program's not glitching right now. Let's see. Hear that? I'm really tired and I'm really tuning in and out on the volumes here. Not bad on those drums. Just not sure if I like this at the Don Colombo set or not. Like that sound was pretty close to what actually kind of fits really well. It's gotta be changing drum notes there. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Otherwise, like, I'm going really crazy and out of my mind here. Hang on. I swear it's changing it. Ah, wait. Oh. All except the drums here. What do you call that? It's subtle depending on what font is playing it, but these notes still coming in after the fact. And then gone and changed over down to here. It's messing with my head and it's messing with my selections. Oh, fricka. How much have I changed on this? Oh no, I did all that data changing. Fuck. Wait. Let's get our thinking music on again. Alright, how do we fix this? In the MIDI events. Okay, channel 9. I was like, why is it separated? No, it's still the same channel. Okay, let's think. So, bar 11. There's notes that show up twice. Let's see. D4. C, D, E, F. F3 and C, D4. Let's see here. Does it start on bar 1? Measure 1. Okay, let's think this through. I should confirm that it is on bar 11. All right, let's try to do that first. It is on bar 11. Okay. Because I don't mind that the drums change on bar 11 there. But the problem is those notes carry in to that one and then disappear. Like, that's... One, I don't know why. And two, it's messing with me trying to find the right drums because I keep on thinking, oh, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. So, all right. Thinking music back on. Thinking music. Let's see. All right, I see number, and I'm like, what? Okay, okay. Right, all right. Channel, but it's in bank. All right. Gotta find out which one it's in. Wait, I know how to make this easier on myself. How about we just play it and then mute? Whichever one it shows up in, that's the one we look at. Okay, here we go. I think that basically remain the same. Okay, we know for certain now it's in this track named Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Alright, so I don't have to look into the other track one here. Oh, bad idea. Try to do this while I just want to close my eyes and nap. Okay. All right, come on. You can do this. All right, so we need to compare to 12.1. Dang, I can't highlight multiple. Okay, let me do this just to make sure my theory is correct. I'm gonna compare 12 to 13. Actually, we can already see right here, it's all the same here. Alright, I'll try to help myself here. Okay. This will make sense in a little bit unless you already figured out what I'm doing here. Yeah. Doesn't mean that the rest of me is cooperating. That's fine. So on 12-1 we got nope, I'm already screwing this up. The things I'm trying to do to help me here. Oh well. I knew this is what the stream was gonna kind of be. Okay. I'm just going to identify that this is the same through the other one. So this is unnecessary, but the way my eyes are not focusing because I'm tired, this is kind of necessary for me right now. So I apologize. I'm kind of wasting time trying to see the pattern here when I should be able to just look and see the pattern. That's not the way my eyes are helping right now. Wait, no, B2. Yeah. 3. B2 F3. Can I deselect? Let's just, yeah. Get all the way out here. That's probably the way I should have done it. Alright, 12-1, F sharp 3. Okay. In 12-1, we've got F sharp 3rd, F D sharp 3rd. And then in 2, we've got B2, F sharp 3. 3, B2, F sharp 3, D sharp 3. 4, B2, F sharp 3. So far, so good. 13, we have F sharp 3rd, D sharp 3rd octave. 2, we have B2, F sharp 3, B2. There's a, no. That's 2. Right, that's the end of the third beat, third bar, second beat. Come back in. B2. Sharp 3, D sharp 3. Number 4, we got B2. F sharp 3rd. And that's it. Okay, those are identical. Now we're going to go back up to bar 11. We got that first. So I just type away. Okay. F sharp 3, D sharp 3, E3. That's it for beat 1. Beat 2. Two, 3, E2. That's it for beat 2. Beat 3. Beat 2. G sharp 3. F sharp 3. E sharp 3. E3. Sharp 3, E2, sharp 3. Okay, now hopefully that makes sense. Add break, yeah. Sorry, I didn't. Well, see on the other side of the 3-minute ad. I'm just kind of analyzing this right now. Maybe I should look away for a second. Things you gotta do when you have to edit the MIDI. Anyway, I hope this is starting to kind of show, like, what notes carrying over and which ones I gotta delete. That's essentially what I gotta do. And I should have been able to just see it just by looking at it. But again, I'm tired. So I'm not trusting my eyes right now because I'm just squinting at this and my eyes want to unfocus and say, oh, nap time. But, I mean, this is kind of coming along pretty quickly, though. I like the direction I got it going so far. So, yeah. So, I'll have to do this twice, essentially. Because I gotta do it for the first loop around and then the second loop. But once I get these notes taken out, then even if I think this first measure sounds better, at least it's consistent. Because if they want to do the change, don't carry the notes over into the next measure. Because it's not like it's fading out. Like, it's not like it's a note that ended in the previous one and it's just kind of like, you know, bum, 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 you know, fading out, you know. This is drums. Drums don't fade out. Not really, anyway. You hit it, and you try to hit it softer, but, like, you don't really fade out drums. Should write that down as a raid message. You don't fade out drums. There. Wrote it down, just in case I do use it. Alright, let's still try to keep on working on this. Okay. I'll talk about something cringeworthy. I'm gonna be going listening back to this. I'm like, Wolf, why didn't you just not stream? That's a fair point. I probably should have actually not streamed. But hey, like I said, it hasn't stopped me from trying to MIDI bard previously, and neither are ads. Welcome back, everybody, from the ads. Sorry I didn't heads up you on that. Basically, I was just kind of getting like what notes I need to take out. So from the first, because we know
here is your rehydration solution.
That might help. Thanks, Phoenix. Some proper water. Okay. I'm alive again. Let's go. Speaking of things I quote all the time. Okay. Yeah, so we know that the measures after that first one has carrying notes, and then the ones after it are what they should be, because the beat's basically consistent. So I need to take out this E3 that's in measure 1. You take out the extra B2, looks like. You take out this G3. B, F, D, 3, 3, E3. Get rid of you. Get rid of this. So without those ones, F sharp 3rd octave, D sharp 3rd octave. E, F, D, B2, F3. Okay. It looked like it was 4 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So far, everything's lining up. We'll find out. Okay. Alright. E3. We'll do. Velocity is 0. Alright, 1. Still, close enough to where it's not going to be audible. It's essentially, for all intents and purposes, deleted without being deleted. If I need to revert back because I fucked up, then that'll be an easy change. Alright, in this next set, we need to get rid of B2. Velocity 1. E3. Get rid of the G3. FD and then E3. And the fourth one, we need to get rid of this G3. Okay. Let's see. What? Why did the transposing change? I changed velocity. What the? What the fuck happened? It seems like they all changed by 2. What? That's not what I was hoping to help happen. I was hoping they would just all go one. Yeah, they all went, because you can tell by the... Oh, great. I think this one went up one. No. How that happened, I have no idea. Now listening to the to the transpose the octaves in that. I wasn't even paying attention to the drums. All right, let's listen again. I don't think the notes changed, but it's like the velocity still changed. Well, I know it's on bar 11. All the velocities are still... Oop. There we go. I was about to say, I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, where's the velocity ones at? Okay. Why? Why? I do not get it. Okay, what we need to do, or at least what I need to do, is compare and contrast the first run around through the second loop. Volume issues, I don't know. Figure that out later, but I gotta see if what I did even did anything. I think there's still some notes in there that are coming in on the second loop that aren't there in the first. I think the volume changes I was trying to do to balance these out prior, back when they were in separate ears, to try to make it not as obnoxious. That might have been what's doing the velocity difference. Yeah, it said 55. That's why I just need to remember to do this pattern. At least, unlike... No, not save it. It doesn't need to be saved. At least I want to be consistent. Even if I'm wrong with everything else on it, I'm at least make it consistent. Maybe it is something funky with the instrument changeover, because the velocity of these notes were all the same. It otherwise did not make sense. I really need to double check where that is before I start messing with notes. Yep, right on 55. Okay. And after we do that, I think I'll audition some more drums. Because maybe, like I said, it could be something with the way that it's changing between what drum pieces are being hit. That we're just hearing something artificial in it. But this should have been removing it. I don't know. But at the very least, I can be consistent in what I just changed. Regardless if it's helping or not. Alright, 55, beat 1. I'm in the wrong one. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, what isn't lining up here? I was in the wrong one. There we go. There's the notes. I was going to say, why am I seeing different notes? That's why. Okay. Velocity 1. Alright, then the B2. Second B2. If it was the first B2, then the notes later on would have been F3, B2, not B2, F3, as it is up there. That's part of the other reason why I wanted to map it out like I did. Okay, let me take out the G3. F3, then we take out the E3. Now those two pieces are identical. Alright, let's audition another set of drums. Let's remember to try to keep these velocities the same. If I could do that down one, I don't know. What about later? Aspirion, what about yours? That is a loud crash cymbal. Why not that? Oh my god. Bad, but let's see what else we got. ain't half bad, actually. I think I kind of like that one. Good balance between, like, when it changes over the sets of drums. Again, like, I don't know if what I did helped, but, like, depending on which font and what drum sets are being used, the effect is either less noticeable or seemingly non-existent. Okay. Aside from that little weird thing with the volume that for some reason I can't pin down in the MIDI events. Oh, I'm pretty happy with it, at least right now. As if you're already familiar, the Fickled artist may have a different opinion later. I'm gonna mess around with the drums again. Let's see. Because originally, when I was messing with the drums, it didn't really have like this bright guitar. I think it's plucking kind of does what I was trying to have the round Latin bass do. Except now, because I don't really need it as much with this electric guitar in here, that I want something to focus more on the bass. So that's why I'm thinking about swapping it out here. Plus also, if I'm not mistaken, okay, partially mistaken. I was gonna say it's not like the ooh. The way that the bass comes in together with the crystal Rhodes, I almost swore that was coming out from the Rhodes, the lower notes. Oh, that kind of enhanced it. I like that. I was like, where's everything else? 'Cause I'm moving. Might change that now. There's a thought on the volume balancing. Just trying something here. Because it's on there. I think both there. I don't know. Just wish I weren't amplifying the closed hi-hat there. Let's hear that again. Like, I was messing around with soloing them to hear what parts had which. This is why sometimes it does not make sense to separate out the drum part. Definitely less noticeable. Interesting. I don't know if I really noticed that prior. They let me quiet the first run through, but then they let the drums just continue on through in the second run through. I wonder if that was messing with me before too sometimes. Tired MIDI barding. Do not recommend it. Still doing it, but I don't recommend it. Close out save and get that out of here. All right. Is there anything we can do better with the string ensemble? That's a question. Get that out of my view. Looking for something that's not going to have a strong hit to it. Because when it's sustained in that slower part there, or the quieter part, those hits on the start of the note are a little too pronounced. Oh, I was like, wait a minute, why does it sound the same? Right. This thing. Ooh. Yeah, it's just right there. Is that doing what I think it's doing? Fucking hell. Why is there a pan at the end of it? I was like, I heard it go from one side of my ear to another. I'm like, wait, what moved? I still need to think about fixing that. I think it's slightly to the right for whatever reason. Like, I know, like, sometimes depending on like the pair of headphones I got, and just, well, ears being weird, earwax, whatever, and all that stuff. Sometimes it seems like one ear can end up being stronger than the other one, but it really feels like things are kind of leaning towards the right, even though they should be centered. Because all my panning, well, it don't make a difference. And then when all this starts, it's all zeroed. So everything should be center. But as that last note kind of made me realize is that it kind of jumped to the left. I don't know. Oh, there's just one thing I know is that I'm too tired for this. Like, the basic idea. Like, I like where this went. I like what I did with it. For the most part, I'm pretty happy with the different instrument choices I've made. It's these little details that normally I would not mind trying to go through and fix. But I feel like I need to collapse for a nap. Like, yeah, like... me trying to stare at this data and, like, listen to these fine-tuned... little fine details in that is not working for, like, how I am right now. I'm crashing because it's Sunday. Yeah, that's kind of the way I'm thinking of it, Phoenix, is that as much as I would love to finish this on stream, at the same time, I'm like, I cannot. There's absolutely no way. Because as you saw me do, going in here individually one by one for each and every single one of these tracks to kind of fix the balancing, I'm closing my eyes, like listening to the song that's playing. I'm almost about to just conk out for a minute or two. I'll do. Let me get one more good listen on the stream here. How about we do our comparisons here? Just to kind of hear it. Because otherwise, I like the direction that I took this. Again, it really feels like a shmup song to me. So let's listen to the MIDI original as it was. I hear what they're trying for in the original. And outside they changed this up on the second loop, but I hear what they're trying to do. I think they're trying to really mimic like that NES sound chip kind of sound. I think it's this third one here. Let me see. Yeah. You hear that? Yeah, this is the original. OG, man. You know what? And for what they were probably trying to go for, that's really good, actually. Let's hear that breakdown section. Yeah, there's that echoing, yeah. Yeah, so for what they were trying to go for in the original MIDI, I see what they were going for. They didn't do too bad of a job on the original MIDI. Alright, let's give the remaster as it is. One listen through, and then I'll have to call it a night. Well, Just call a stream, pass out, and then whatever happens after that. But here we go. Just hearing that zip as some of the pans change back on that file note, which is why I gotta go in and change those minute details like that. Yeah, but we're not ending on that. Where are ya? That's the thinking music. Back to Popful Mail for the actual ending music here. But yeah, that's where I'm calling, because there's no way. I'm too tired. My eyes are not focusing for those little details. I need to try to... What I need to try to fix is, one, I gotta go back and change the panning on the end of note of all those other channels again. And I gotta see if I can fix, like, the crash notes. Like when it does that drum changeover that I tried to fix. If I can try to fix those crash notes where they're not so loud, like something is just too loud in that measure. And I do not do not have the focus right now, that's for sure. Otherwise, for the most part, I'm really happy with how that turned out. I'm pretty happy with that. Again, a nap and some food. Opinions may change, but for right now, that's got to be pretty close to what your final will sound like. Oh, yeah. But the low G man is making a low energy wolf, so